A door is one of those things we almost never think about. We just open it, close it, and move on. But let's stop for a second and imagine a world without doors. Without any doors at all. Without the ability to close. Without a clear, this is inside, this is outside. Without personal space. And then it quickly becomes clear. A door is not just a piece of wood or metal. It's one of the most important ideas humans have ever devised. For a long time, people simply didn't need doors. The first humans lived in caves, under overhangs, in simple shelters. An entrance was just an entrance. No rules, no boundaries. Sometimes the opening was covered with skins, fabric, or branches, to keep out the draft, to keep out the rain, to keep anyone with fangs from coming in. But this could be removed in a second. It wasn't yet a door. It was a temporary solution like, oh well, it'll do. Everything changed when people stopped constantly running from place to place. This happened in the Neolithic period, around 7,000 years BC, and later when permanent settlements, agriculture, and most importantly, supplies appeared. People started owning things, food, tools, everything they didn't want to lose. And then these guys suddenly realized a simple thought. If it's mine, then I should be able to close it. It's important to understand, the door didn't appear for comfort. It appeared for ownership. When you have something valuable, you start thinking not philosophically, but very practically. Who can enter and who can't? And so, the idea of the door was born. Not as a piece of furniture, but as a boundary. The first real doors looked extremely austere. They were heavy wooden or stone slabs that simply closed the opening. No design, no aesthetics, pure function. And here's the interesting part. Many ancient doors didn't have hinges at all. Instead, they had pins at the top and bottom, and the door simply pivoted in the holes. Ingeniously simple, no metal. If it works, that's all. Moreover, these doors were almost always heavy, because a light door is a bad door. It's easy to kick down, move, or simply ignore. So the first doors were such that opening them in the morning would have been a real pleasure. Inconvenient? Yes, but reliable. Speaking of actual finds, one of the oldest doors found by archaeologists dates back to around 3063 BC. It was found in what is now Switzerland. And this isn't just a board nailed on haphazardly. It's a carefully designed structure made of several elements, designed to prevent the door from warping over time. Simply put, people already knew how to make things last, without YouTube tutorials. Very quickly, the door became something more. A large door signified importance. A small door signified ordinary life. Temples, palaces, and fortresses always had huge, heavy doors. They literally said, without words, not everyone can enter here. The door became a way to demonstrate status. And yes, the more important a person was, the more difficult it was to get through their door. The real upgrade came with the introduction of locks. Before, the door could be closed. Now it could decide who could enter and who could not. From that moment on, the door became more than just a barrier against wind or animals, but an instrument of control. Habits of knocking, asking permission, and respecting boundaries emerged, not because it's written in the rules, but because the door clearly demonstrated it. The door is not smart, she doesn't analyze or make decisions. But even an ordinary closed door does a surprising amount. It slows you down. It makes you stop. It gives you a second to think. Sometimes that's more than enough. When doors became part of ordinary homes, people changed a little too. Separate rooms appeared. Privacy, silence. A closed door became a universal message. I'm busy, I'm not here, better not come in. And what's interesting is that it still works. A door is a compromise. It should be strong but not too heavy, reliable but convenient. Hinges, handles, opening direction, all of this developed gradually through mistakes and strange experiments. Once upon a time, doors were simply pushed. Yes, even the handle was once an innovation. Over time, the door became a metaphor. We say, open the door to opportunity, close the door to the past. And this is no coincidence, because a door is a transition between spaces, between stages of life. There's a simple test. Imagine a house without doors. Without them, privacy is impossible. A sense of security is impossible. It's impossible to say, this is my space. Even today, in a world of cameras and electronic locks, a simple physical door remains the first level of defense. Because sometimes the simplest technology is the most reliable. A door is more than just an object on hinges. It's the idea that taught humans to divide the world into inside and outside. Without doors, there would be no homes, no privacy, and no security. And therefore, there would be no modern world. The irony is that the most important inventions are often those we stop noticing, and that's how the story of the door began.